Yo guys, what's going on? LuckyRave is back again to give you guys a video on Dead Rock. And now, the $1,000,000 question of the day. Will Yakuto succumb to the Lucularasem curse in the latest chapter of Dead Rock? Now, not much is actually known about where this curse came from, except for the fact that it was triggered because of Yakuto giving up some of his life force in order to become a dragon. And the more times it happens, the more it takes away Yakuto's lifespan.
Say what?
Yakuto has only 1 year left to live. Something I did mention in my live stream discussion of Dead Rock was how different Yakuto is compared to his predecessors. Compared to Haru, Natsu Dragneel, obviously very different from Natsu Dragneel. And of course Shiki, who, again, Shiki's my boy, but Yakuto is much different compared to all three of them. This essence, he does have the aspect of where he does care for his friends. He does have that approach to him. But when it comes to his own well-being, that doesn't matter to Yakuto. Yakuto has only one objective in mind, and I've already mentioned it. It's to end God himself.
Are we being punked? I hate that.
The chances of him fulfilling that wish of his, we all have a feeling that this series will end with the defeat of God, God himself. Now, that does leave the question though, is the series going to end with the death of Yakuto? One thing Hiro did say, or very early on, before Dead Rock even came out, it was going to be different from how he wrote his other series. He would go in directions where we never really saw him fully explore in his other series. Rave Master had a couple elements like that in there too. Same thing with Eden Zero. There were definitely elements in both of those series where if Hiro wants to go the dark approach, he can. Fairy Tail had a couple of instances like that, but for the most part, you primarily had that within Tartaros. But here, Hiro has kind of showcased that when it comes to writing certain characters and showcasing certain outcomes, it's a bit of a different ballgame here. And him going in the direction of killing Yakuto, for someone of his stature as a mangaka, it would be huge, okay? Now, obviously, killing off the main protagonist is not anything new when it comes to anime and manga. We've seen it time and time again. Spoilers for Death Note, Light Yagami, okay? Lelouch v. Vertania in Code Geass. His death is super impactful. Everything went according to his plan, his doing, right? It wasn't a last-minute switch-up. Lelouch stuck to his ideals and his goals, okay? There was no last-minute change that happened to his character. Nothing like that at all. So, when you look at it from that perspective, Yakuto is on a similar tier, I would think. Not necessarily on the same path as Lelouch. Lelouch is in a different category altogether. When you consider killing off a character, if that's the end result of their goal, of their story, okay, if the death of the hero is ultimately how their tale ends, I'm fine with that, okay? I'm perfectly fine with having this series end with Yakuto's death. The only thing I want to say about if we get to this conclusion, how exactly would we get to the death of Yakuto? And there's one way how I would be perfectly okay with it. They have a bittersweet ending. Yakuto succeeds, taking down God, and the end result of that fight, okay, comes at, the end of his life. It's a very bittersweet moment. His friends are all there. Frey's heartbroken and just holding on to her chest because she's losing the love of her life. Mikoto, Honey, Chaco, everyone's just, it would be a bit of a somber fest.
It's far from all right.
This would go in line with what Hiro said about him going in directions that a lot of his readers aren't used to seeing. Now, is there a chance that this could be reversed? Has the Lucularasem curse? And we don't know all the details of what this curse is, other than what it's doing to Yakuto. And there is a possibility that, say, this curse that's bestowed upon Yakuto could be reversed. That possibility is there. I don't think anybody should deny that possibility of, oh, well, if Yakuto is gonna die, then shoot, that's gonna hit deep. And like I said, if it's reversed, would that be a bad thing? And again, it goes back to what I said. Similarly to if Yakuto's death is the end result of his character arc in his journey, I'm fine with that. We just gotta see what it takes for us to get. So if we get into that scenario, his curse gets undone. It all depends on what it takes for us to get there. If I have to play a percentage game on Yakuto's chances of dying, I will say there's a 70% chance he will die and a 30% chance that he won't.
Let me stand here. Yes, I can see that now. Yes.
It's all up to Hiro at the end of the day. That's the big thing here. This is Hiro's story. It's a limited series. So, the ball's in his hands, okay? It's in his wheelhouse. We just gotta wait and see what happens. And, considering that we're not ending Dead Rock anytime soon, it's gonna be fascinating to witness, to see the events that unfold for Yakuto. But aside from that, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say when it comes to this discussion video on Dead Rock. What do you guys think the possibility is for Yakuto, succumbing to his fate of the Lucularasem curse? And what do you guys think the possibility is of the curse being undone and Yakuto, being able to live out his life? Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. And aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm LuckyRave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Dead Rock content, Hiro Mashima content, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later!